Hello guys, this is Joshua Halls here. Sorry, before we continue with this, sorry that the quality is really bad. I have to use my phone because for some reason my camera isn't working and I don't know what to do. So I still want to upload, so for now until I can get something sorted, I'm going to have to use my phone. But as you can tell from the title of the video, I'm doing my review for Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. In my opinion, it's definitely one of the best Star Wars films. It's definitely the best Star Wars film of the original trilogy, without a shadow of a doubt. It was incredible. I loved this film. Even just for the ending, it was incredible. So, if you want me to talk about the cast, basically, the cast is great. Really like their characters. Really liked how the characters have progressed from beginning to end and stuff like that. So yeah, there's nothing really else to say. The cast is great. And can I just say, this is something you don't really notice till this film, but Darth Vader's mask is perfect because it portrays his emotion. You can see his emotion through the mask. When he's angry, you can see in the mask. When he's sad or conflicted, you see that in the mask, which is incredible. And it makes it easier to realise he's human because you can see it in the mask, where it would be harder to see it in the mask. Like Kylo Ren's mask, although it looks pretty cool, it's hard. I might need to, maybe if I rewatch the film, I'll understand, but it's hard to see the emotion in the mask like you can in Darth Vader, and that makes it really powerful and enjoyable. What's the plot? Basically, the plot is they've got basically they have to destroy the deflector shield on the planet Endor, so the shield surrounding the second Death Star can be no longer be there, be destroyed, so the rebels can come in and destroy the Death Star and basically save the day. And this is really big deal because the Empire, the Emperor Palpatine, Darth Sidious, whatever you want to call him, is going to be in the Death Star. So if they can destroy this Death Star, they've pretty much won. They've killed their ruler in the same time. So they've pretty much won. They've pretty much brought freedom to the galaxy, and so there's a lot of pressure for them to work for it to do that. And I like that. I like that they really put that pressure that it's now or never. If you fail now, you're doomed. That's why I really liked episode 9, because it had that kind of pressure. But anyway, this had that pressure. If we lose, we're basically, there's no other opportunity we're going to have like this. Because we can fight them, but we can't really end it until the Emperor's dead, in my opinion. So, well, in their opinion. So I really like that. There is some problem. The first half an hour, so it's kind of like a prologue to kind of get you into the movie and stuff, which is good. It's a really good prologue, but it's just to fulfill a problem that happened in episode 5, and so the problem is it makes that problem not feel important anymore, because it's like, oh, I'll get sorted in the next film, the first half an hour. Like, it doesn't feel like important. So really like that. There's this one massive daring play to stopping it from getting in the 8.5s, 9 and the 10s, is that they decide to do a last minute change between the relationship. All I'm gonna say, they do a last minute change between the relationship of Luke and Leia, and it shows. It is poorly done. It feels incredibly weird. You'll feel weird watching the past films because of this film. It just makes you feel uncomfortable. And this clearly wasn't planned, structured whatsoever. And they just like, let's do this. It makes this scenes in the past feel so weird and uncomfortable, and it doesn't feel like there's an actual plan in terms of their story. And the big twist in episode 5, that was literally, I don't think it was even in the final script of the film, and they just added in while filming. But so yeah, so there's a lot of problems that it doesn't feel planned. That's the trilogy as a whole. It's a better trilogy than the prequels overall. And not the prequel trilogy is bad, it's pretty good, but it just doesn't feel planned, in my opinion. But yeah, that's just my opinion. But But the thing I don't get is that they complain for the sequels for not having a planned story, not feeling like it's planned from beginning to end. In my opinion, the original trilogy does that worse than the sequels. Yes, in the sequels there are some problems, but in my opinion, the original trilogy does it worse because the few mistakes there are more glaring and obvious than the ones in that film. So here's an unpopular opinion. I think the original trilogy is less planned than the sequel trilogy. There's not one consistent plan. And you can understand in a sense, the first ever Star Wars film, A New Hope, they weren't even planning on a sequel really. They didn't really plan on anything. So I can understand with the first film, but the second, the 5 and 6, I do feel like 5 continued quite well from episode 6, but from 5 to 6 it kind of blocks out and it's just like, okay, we've got to make a sequel. They made a sequel. Okay, we're going to change a bunch just for episode 6. We'll change the relationship between Luke and Leia and other stuff. Like, it just felt more of a mess as a whole trilogy than sequels. But that's just my opinion. But overall, the car is great. And, yeah, it's a great film, though. Don't get me wrong. I think the problem is it has a trouble kicking in. Like, I think the only reason I put it as an 8 out of 10 because of the final showdown, whatever you want to say. Because the rest of the film is good. It's a 7.5 out of 10. But that ending pushes it to an 8 out of 10. I can't really make it any higher because it's the rest of the film isn't like a 8 out of 10 or whatever. It's like a 7.5. And the final bit makes it an 8 out of 10. I've just told you my rating for this film. You're probably going to turn off now, but okay. So, yeah. Luke, I can just say, I really like the fact that he's clearly changed with the new lightsaber and stuff. I really like that. And I like the fact that the Empire in the film, the Empire is great. The best Star Wars villain ever. No matter, I'm not against the fact of bringing him in for the newer films. Like they did, but yeah. Yeah, I personally don't mind it because he's the only real Star Wars villain. Like, no Star Wars villain could be more of a villain than Emperor Palpatine. He just seems like this huge, conniving, evil villain. And I like it. So, yeah. Let's talk about the final section that I really like. So, basically, there's the final lightsaber battle. It is probably one of the best lightsaber battles ever. I think the one in episode 7 is still my favourite, but this is close up there. Not because of the actual lightsaber battle being any real good. Being even that good. It's about the emotion that they're putting in, the music. Can I just say, Star Wars music is incredible and makes the scenes feel more important. So John Williams, who does the music, you get a huge round of applause because the music's great. But it had the emotion, it had just everything about it. And yeah. Can I just say, this is probably one of the few, maybe episode 9 when I rewatched the film, but this is probably one of the films that are the most emotional, because I was literally watching this and I was like, gosh, what's going on my eyes? How is this doing this to me? Like, Star Wars has never been this huge emotional gratifier. It's still been really good and entertaining. But it doesn't really do to the point when your eyes like go like, what's in there? Like, let's just say, like I had a bit of a tear because it was just so powerful. They made it so powerful and incredible, and that just really stuck in. And although another unpopular opinion, I prefer the ending to the series episode 9 gave us. I know, unpopular opinion. I think episode 9 is better than episode 6. What are your art? Yeah. But although I think episode 9 gives a better ending to the saga, episode 6 gives a good ending. I really good ending. I would not be mad if it stopped here, but I might not even be into Star Wars now because the newer films helped keep me into Star Wars. But this film was incredible. I can't really say anything else about it. It was just incredible. The emotion, the music, the action, the cast, everything about it is just so incredible. They make everything feel important. They just make everything feel important, and necessary. So overall, a great movie. I give it an 8 out of 10. As you heard me say early on in the video. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, turn on notifications so you never miss a video. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye guys.